this news media, they were wondering how will that promoter manage, because they estimated that the promoter would have to sell some over 23,000 tickets at $175 in order to just pay Cartel alone. But then it's actually a 3-day festival. Cartel is not the only entertainer billed for the event, clearly. So, that in itself is an interesting conversation, but a lot of people are talking.
Yeah.
And, do you foresee it will have a negative or positive impact on the industry overall, Bones?
Well, it has a bit of both, because one, some people may step up their value, because a lot of them, just to try to work with promoters, they give them a concessionary price from time to time, and they would think to themselves, okay, may I work with this brethren, yeah? But then they realize that another man is asking, because sometimes no other person knows what the other man paid, because that contract is separate and apart to each artist and to each promoter, to the promoter. But, one of the things you have to be careful of, you remember we're talking about the St. Kitts Festival, and we're talking about the kind of tickets you'd have to sell. This also has to teach promoters how to pivot. Sumfest is one of those events. You'll see, let me see if you remember this. Usher came to Sumfest, right? It says Guinness presents Usher. Cartel is a high commodity. Get his performance partly sponsored.
Sponsored.
Exactly. Sponsors are this is a brilliant marketing tool for sponsors. Cartel is high profile. So are other artists there. Get them involved to offset some of the costs so that the show can go through. And they will go on that. If anything he touches, people pay attention to it. That is a sponsor's dream, because they want the vision, they want the visibility. Tie in with some sponsors, and tie in with some sponsors for the other high-profile acts that are there. And when you have those sponsors, them sure forget their money most of the time. So, I think that you have to learn how to make it work. And there are ways to make it work, always.
That's a very good point that you raised, Bones. Very, very good point. And also for promoters to know, if in the initial stages of negotiating and you agree to pay an artist $1.35 million US, and that is in your contract, you better believe that you have to execute same.
It was signed.
If you did not try to negotiate then and there.
Right, before things go to, you negotiate the terms and conditions of the contract before it is signed. Because the minute it's signed into law.
It's sealed.
It is sealed. And now you have to honor the terms and conditions of the contract. And I know in some contracts there's a no refund clause, because I understand that he's saying, he might try to get the money back from Cartel because he never performed. But he got most of the money, but he never honored the contract right through. So
a breach is a breach.
Which is a breach.
And you do have some fans who are arguing in Trinidad. Like if you look online, they're saying that for Cartel, they're saying clearly it's greed over the fans, because he is not trying to appease the fans. Then you have others are saying that, look, business is business. If your job pays you only 30% or 70% of your salary, are you going to be happy showing up for work every day?
Hell no. That's not going to happen. And I tell you this, when you have artists like even an international artist, Cartel is not international, very much so. But you have a Babyface, you have any one of those folks. You have to honor their contract and ride it to the T, or they don't show up. They don't show up because you give them half the money, unless you have a negotiation with them. Say, we're going to give you $500,000 now. We're going to give you $500,000 when you land, and we will pay all the other fees, and you sign to that. One breach, they don't show up.
And all that must be clearly defined from Jump Street.
Yep.
You can't be tweaking after the contract is signed. But what I need to ask you though, Bones, in show business, you often hear people say you are as good as your last performance.
Yep.
In the case of the promoter, do you foresee that this is something that he can bounce back from?
Yep.
And will it also taint how other entertainers perceive him as it relates to business and the industry in general?
Pretty much it depends on how the promoter manages this situation. He has started a good thing by offering a full refund, which is sort of a way to show transparency. Say, okay, me collect this, but I didn't deliver on what I'm supposed to do in terms of certain artists, so he's refunding the money. The thing with it is this, though, is that if he didn't refund the money or didn't have that, and then on top of that, there was public outcry about the show and the money and him not get back the money, it may affect him more adversely. But the thing with it is that give it some time, because it's like a 9-day one then, a 9-day news. You're going to hear about it on all over social media for a few days. And as it quiets down, you give him a few minutes or a few months and him recoup right again. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
You think he'll be fine?
I think he'll be fine.
All right. Well, let's see. What we know though is that Sizzla, who also pulled out of the event, he's still in Trinidad and Tobago, and right now he is working on having a concert for the people of Trinidad on Saturday. Yeah. Right. So he's saying that there's no way I can leave Jamaica, come to Trinidad, and then leave Trinidad without performing for the people. So he's actually showcasing all of this in real time on his social media platform. So I know that this is something that the people of Trinidad and Tobago will certainly appreciate from Sizzla.
And I think they wanted that from Cartel, the same thing we were talking about in terms of he should have done something like that. He stands on business, but this is a very good strategy on Sizzla's part also, because he's now appeasing the crowd, and it will actually more than likely get him way more bookings down the road. So smart move, Sizzla, either way. But if you can't blame a man, you can't blame a man for standing on business. Say, yo, this is what the terms and conditions are. This is what I want. If I don't get that, it's a breach. So,
and I think that is what a lot of fans are not understanding, because you want to see the artist, and it didn't work out that way. So people are just thinking that, okay, so you're choosing money over us. But then when you have the conversation and you kind of break it down and pull it apart, then them say like, okay, well, if my boss shot my money, a problem.
Exactly. Go work a one job and your money not there. You're good there and show up. Say, look here, man, I take 260. You know, every time when some of these public workers, they have a short of their pay or they had a negotiation and all of a sudden them sick. They have a sick day.
There's a strike.
In terms of rebelling. Yeah. It's a job that they're doing and they're to get their money. What they've agreed upon and the terms and conditions, adhere to it. And you won't have a problem, really.
Contracts are serious.
They are
serious. It trumps everything. Friendship.
Yep, trumps
good vibes,
everything.
You
so
name
let
it.
us see. We understand that the Trinidad finance minister is looking into the payment to Cartel in terms of the amount. I was in Trinidad recently, and there is definitely a big shortage of US dollars there. So they want to know how that will work out. It rough over there with
But that's what I was telling you earlier, that Jacko Entertainment, the promoter, he actually came out and said that all the transactions, it was legal, regulated, verifiable financial channels. So, he responded to that to say, this is it. But
I'm sure he backed it up with documents, I'm hoping.
I'm sure, yes.
Yeah,
he will definitely have to prove that. So the fact that he's boldly stating that,
Well, I just hope he has the documents to back it up, because Mount make for talk, when pressure reach you. And when it's time for you to show out what you have, the evidence, as an attorney would say, show the evidence. It's not what you...
yes, because a press release can carry a lot of frills and fluff to make it look good.
Yeah, man. Mirrors and smoke screens.
Yes,
so you have to be very careful. As you say, sometimes it's not what's true, is what you can prove in court. And what you need is the documentation. Evidence. Anytime you go with contract, it's always evidence. They don't care about emotion. They don't care about friend. They don't care about family. They care about evidence. You have evidence, you win. So let us hope this works out, and an amicable ending can happen here, where Cartel reschedules, or another show is put on or something, because the folks of Trinidad deserve the acts that they want to see, so. No,
absolutely. And wasn't this like one of the first contracts that was signed when Cartel was released from prison? Yeah, it was one of the very first contracts. And I remember Cartel, in doing an interview with Robo Ranks, he said that if Joseph Bogdanovich didn't book him for Freedom Street, Trinidad would have gotten the first concert.
Right. Well,
interesting.
Really, you not heard about Joe. So, Joe good.
I know, right?
Yeah, there won't be a contractual problem with Joe. Joe is good to go. And I think it was good that Joe stepped in at that time, because after spending such a long time in prison or behind bars, he needed to do his first show here. it's only right. And I'm glad it happened that way. I'm glad it worked out that way. So let us hope the Trinidad folks get a resolution here and things can sort out. So let's see what
Speaking
pans out.
about a resolution and amicable solution and that type of thing, what do you make of the ongoing conversation involving Cargo, Anthony Cruz, happening as it relates to the reggae rhythm in question? Mikey Spice rendition of Neil Diamond's 1971 classic, I Said.
But I tell you this, Anthony Cruz called me. He actually wanted to come on tonight, and I didn't get a chance to call him back. The rhythm itself, I think, was brought. The attention was brought to the rhythm by Cargo, because Cargo seems to have been making some buzz there. But
online for search for sure.
And he said to me, Anthony Cruz said, "It's my rhythm." I said, "You won't make me talk." Then Anthony Cruz WhatsApped me the registration of the rhythm as being his. And I think how it went is that he told me that he gave the rhythm to Flava, and Flava gave it to Cargo. And then, so everybody, because Cargo no must give it to Flava, give it to Cargo, or Cargo somehow claim the rhythm or something like that. I don't know how it worked, but Cruz was just saying the rhythm is his. And the song that he's singing on, I think it's "Oh Lord" or something like that. Is on the rhythm.
Yes. "Oh Lord," it's a gospel song, and then Cargo has his make of it. So
Yeah. So
I was hoping, I had a conversation with Cargo, Anthony Cruz, and of course the musician Flava. Favorites actually,
right.
not Flava, Favorites, who
Flava
actually
Sunko.
made the rhythm,
right.
for Cruz. And my takeaway from all of it is like the rhythm passed through multiple hands.
Exactly.
Because you're talking from Mikey Spice getting an idea from Neil Diamond's 1971 song. He put out his song in 2014. Anthony Cruz got inspired by that, and he did his rendition and had musicians do a take of it. Put out his song in 2019. 2025, we're here. Flower Gun, according to the musician, gave Cargo the rhythm.
Absolutely.
And the cut that Cargo has, that rhythm has some different horns in it. Right? So it's just a change of hands and all of that. And
Potato. Wow.
not even that, but it's just really crazy. I just feel like, one love come together and try to get it sorted out.
I said back to the whole thing about court and contracts and evidence. Anthony Cruz showed me evidence that he's the owner of the rhythm. That's
yes.
Yeah.
He told me that as well. Like I said, I had a conversation with Cargo, Anthony Cruz, and of course Favorite.
Yeah.
Because I was doing a music news story on it. I'm not gonna take one side and go. So in doing the investigation, that conversation led to, okay, we are going to work privately to have a resolve. So that's the story that I carried. Lo and behold, days later, everything is plastered on social media. So
the last conversation I had with Cruz was that everything was resolved. Them good. That's what he told me. So, if we have a chance, we can probably call Cruz and probably get it from him. He did really want to come on tonight, but I'm not hearing Kashima. Can I hear? Can I hear you?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yes.
It looked like you were being a ventriloquist a while ago, throwing your voice somewhere else. I was wondering there. Like,
oh wow.
We threw mine all the while inside there, so too. So so as I say, in terms of with Cruz and Cargo, he said they're fine, but let us see how it goes. And then, you had a larger conversation because you had more parties involved.
Definitely. But
work together, man, and get the thing. Get one reggae.
The rhythm go through several hands. And, Richie Stevens has a cut on it. And, Cougar did release a bunch of songs from
Cougar
it.
So
it's the trail. It's crazy. And the interesting thing, though, if the rhythm should go big and go on the radar of Neil Diamond or his team,
who going to get the
it may
credit?
be a case where, right, because ultimately I think it's his phrase.
It is his phrase. But in terms of Neil Diamond, I think would also, it's going to get to him after a while, and also you'd have to clear it. but most of them clear it because it benefits them. It really benefits the original artist. So let us see where it goes.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Let's hope it's something that they can talk through because,
They need to resolve it.
good vibes always work better than hate and anger and that kind of thing. So, especially when both Cruise and Cargo live in Mandeville.
Exactly. We are going to take a quick break and we'll soon forward.
Falmouth Chicken. Looking for scrumptious food? Falmouth Chicken is simply the best in Western Jamaica. Vibes wow. The time by Falmouth Chicken is...
It is 8:58 in the PM. If you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ. Very interesting conversation. We have to go get Cruz on. He did ask to come on. I just didn't get a chance to confirm him again. But Cruz, we got you, brother. We got you. All right. So we're going to be talking. We have a big up right now, Kishima. Medicine of the 90s. And that is always some good medicine. Very good prescription. Love the medication there. Bundy Spenders. You hear the last name there? Spenders. You know where you need to go. Bundy, welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me.
But let me tell you, Bundy, rich again. Where you say? Spenders. We love this.
Spenders.
Medicine of the 90s. I mean, this era cannot get stale. It is timeless. I want you to tell us about the medicine of the 90s, where it is, who is on the bill, what's the admission, what time should we get there. Give us all the information and about the event and especially and ticket outlets and so on, where you can get tickets.
Okay. Well, Medicine of the 90s is on the lawn of Pier 1 in Montego Bay on the waterfront. And that will be on the 7th of June, which is Saturday.
Right.
And free soul will be $3,000, $4,000 at the gate, and you can get your tickets at Best Care Pharmacy on St. James Street, Montego Bay, and Pier 1 on the waterfront in Montego Bay.
All right, let me ask you. Pier 1 has two sections. They have the inside where the club is normally held, and they have the new open area where a lot of events are. Is that where you'll be keeping this event?
Yes, on the lawn.
On the land, okay. So, as you say, $3,000 at the gate, you say?
No, 3,000 pre-sold.
And 3,500 at the gate?
And 4,000 at the
What do
gate.
you mean? You have to turn up the 4,000, yes, why not? I agree with you. Now, lineup, who is on the lineup? And
Well, we have the likes of Terry Linen, one of the greatest singer ever hit the street.
So
And we have Kip Rich. We have Kip Rich also,
yeah,
to entertain, yeah.
what you say?
So, the medicine gone,
Gone
gone to the stream now, the bloodstream now.
Yeah, yes, the prescription turn up here now, not true?
Yes.
All right, so tell us about who else. So you have Kip Rich, you have Terry Linen. Who are the DJs?
And we have on the DJ we have DJ Birdie B, and we have DJ Digital Chris.
Yeah, bad retro DJ that
Yes.
All right, so we're looking forward to that. What time should people head out? What time gates open?
The gates open at 8 p.m. sharp.
Right.
And we ask patrons to come out early because it's most like an early party because the permit goes up until 2 a.m.
Yes,
so we want to get out early, and because you never know what can happen.
You never know what you are. And of course, if you have an early permit, you're not going to really feel the vibes if you don't go there early. You want to go there early and spend the time. You have any sponsors or anything like that?
Yes. Like to big up the sponsor. We like to big up Spenders Entertainment, or Vista Guest House, Danny Printry, and Jashi Design. We also have Cedric Wholesale, and we have ProSec who provide security. And we have Focus the Printry and Pier 1 also. We also have the likes of ECS on board, and we have some sponsors coming on board, some corporate sponsors coming on board for January. So we're looking forward to that one also.
All right, what's happening in January? Another event coming for January?
Yeah, it's another Medicine of the 90s. So we do it every first Saturday in January and every first Saturday in June.
Gotcha. All right, makes sense. All right. Well, Bundy Spenders, want to wish you all the best with the event. Anything else you want to leave for the patrons? Parking and all of that, everything will be set?
Yes, we have parking. Pier 1 is a place where you have parking galore, a lot of parking. So You know, we just ask the patient to come out early. As the adults say, come out to a dancing shoes, come to have fun, have a fun-filled night. You know, just listen to some good direction music and some entertainment follows, you know, by the artist. So that's where we at.
Love that, my brother. Bondi Spenders, promoter for Medicine of the 90s. Make sure the prescription is filled and it will go straight to the bloodstream with the dancing that night. Not true?
Hey.
Just like that.
Just like that.
And before I go, let me dig up the staff of our FM who has always been on board.
I'm glad
ever
you
since
know
medicine started.
But don't worry.
Yes, man.
You save the
A
best for last.
special big up to Miss Karen. Also, you know.
Karen
at
is-
our FM.
she's your same rep.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Karen, a star girl about you. Not true? Big up yourself, Karen. Every
Yeah,
time.
man. You too.
Yeah, man. Big
And
up.
thanks again for having me.
Enough love and honor, brethren. Bondi
Good.
Spenders.
All right, all the best
Promoter.
spenders.
Boy,
Thank you, Kishima.
big up yourself, Dan. But look at try to today, like you see, man. I'm gonna be might make a pass.
Okay, yeah,
through.
might as well go get the medicine.
Get the medicine. I mean, want a full prescription. We don't want a low dose.
Yeah.
Full prescription. All right, this week we have our music artists, and of course, every week we provide a platform for up and coming artists. Some of them up and coming to we. Sometimes they're in it for a long time, but we just know them. But you know, we have a star in here, you know, man. So let me make sure we get it right. Is it Dajah? Dajah. All right, talking at the Michelle, because we're not dealing with Mike. Watch it, you.
Yeah,
All right.
Dajah Militant.
It's Dajah Militant.
Dajah.
Yeah, man, Dajah.
Dajah.
Yeah,
Militant.
Yeah, man.
All right. Unique name. Where the name that come from? How you get the name there?
You know, I actually get a name there from a friend of mine. He's also an engineer.
Seeing.
Yeah, man. So I got that name when I just know him. He was actually saying Danger, but
Oh.
other artists did come out after that. So I said, all right, we have to go, you know,
That is good.
fix it up a little way. So I work with Dajah, and then you
Oh,
know,
the Militant
Yeah,
come.
that's a good pivot.
well, the Militant really come off me being that type of person, you know. As a soldier in the street,
Persistent.
you know. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. We know
you
that.
know, so-
We know that about you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So,
For real.
and so the name fit the person.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
because, you know, I those militant flicks, you know.
Yeah, me like what going in the brethren. Well, I love that.
So tell us how you started in music then.
All right, so, you know, actually started in music at the years of age 12. And I actually usually just rhyme, you know. Usually just day in the street or rhyme. I have a virgin, him was the rhyme boss, you know, and me and him always a clash. So me always just day in the street and mother just see her randomly, you know, and
Yeah.
just calling him and we put a rhyme with it.
Yeah, man.
Until a friend of mine, you know, him look for me and him say, you know, you're an artist. I say, oh no man, I know me that. And him
But
say,
yeah,
yeah
but-
man, but you rhyme every day.
But you're rhyming
Really?
time.
yeah, you know.
And everything is fine.
yeah.
One that's on sign. Close up,
Yeah.
hang out on the line.
What thing we miss about today?
Where you mix the lemonade with? No, with lime.
Yeah, but general.
And you
Yeah.
can put in a fruit named the pine. What is the
See,
opposite
yeah.
of mean?
Oh, it's take
Kind.
time, boy.
I'm my artist tonight.
No, collab work.
Yeah, man.
So you know, it's a rhyme, and that's how it kind of does grow
Yeah,
into.
and you know, him see me and he was an artist. So he must say, you know, you're an artist, and I say, alright, and he must say, alright, you need to just put melodies to the rhyme, and you know,
Makes sense.
put them on paper, and you
Right,
see me, I must say,
right.
me hear it now. So him actually write a song, and him come and him say, alright, I give a verse,
See.
and you know, me and him sing the song, and I actually go on talent show them time they have summer hype in a
Okay.
St. Thomas, you know.
Right.
Go a talent show and them call me up and me go up and perform the song, you know, and
See.
them stop me on the MC because it was a kind of
Yeah.
violent song, you know.
Oh, Batman
Yeah,
tune.
yeah, but
Oh.
Youth.
yeah, but then one of my school teacher did and the man say, oh, school I go, and I tell him say St. Thomas Technical, you know, and he must say, oh, you don't know the lady there, and I say, yeah, man. And he must say, oh, it's a teacher that, you know, you can't sing them
Right,
song
you
there.
can't. Yeah.
You know, and it was from then, I'm actually, you know, becomes like a more of a conscious
Yeah,
artist.
clean up.
Yeah, you know, clean up the music
Oh,
and
wow.
say, alright,
Yeah, man.
reality, and then
Yeah.
I just find myself stuck. This, you know, in
Well, a good place to stop, man. You. Good place to stop.
Yeah, but you know, in you giving us all that story, I mean, I want to know what you sound like. So, introduce your song and DJ Lollipop will play it so we can hear Dajah.
But what I wanted to find out is what's the name of the song that you're promoting?
Alright, so I promote a song now named Free Me.
Free Me.
Yeah, man. It's
You don't want to be me.
Free boys.
Yeah, man. So one of my latest song that,
Free Me.
Yeah, man.
All right, so introduce it and we'll play it.
Alright, so Free Me is a song.
Anything you want to say.
Alright, so
you don't have to
Free Me-
sing it, we'll play it, but tell people why we need to listen to Free Me.
Alright, so Free Me is a song where, it's a personal song. I've been in the music thing for a very long while, and
Same.
it's a feel where sometimes you can feel like, you're under bondage, or it's just a lot of breakthrough days, like it's stagnant, it's hard. So it's like you look for the freedom there,
Yeah, that breakthrough.
In life general, you just look at freedom from like many things where you go through and them way there. So Free Me is just a song like it inspire, like freedom, like
Got
a
you.
breakthrough and them thing there,
Well, right now this song lock up, so we go freed. So
Yeah,
free
man.
me, free the song. Go through that.
For the sun shall not smite I by day, nor the moon by night.
You hear the juggling sound?
Within dark place, who wants some God grave? Who me say? And every time you get dog bone, but me give dog, make it dog choke. Them want cut the grass as the grass grow. Operate like them a lawn mower. And some me pick and me say nigga do 'em. They calm my nerves when they bury it. And it a room for the ones like those who no want to worry but we so give me. When my friends them pray me, do it, come and know them deceiving, free me. Like a wish from a genie, run out the time, beg a do it speedily, Father. Oh Lord, guide me life when the times get hard, Father. Oh God, be my light and be my God. Positive how me look on life. Militant step by step when me touch one style. The life of me living me rough and wild. Can't remember some days me could up one Kyle. Them have a whole loaf and would cut one slice. Give a youth at the brink go and give up on life. Enough people feed and enough fun bite, but no surprise cause a man put the cut on crack. Give me when my friends them pray me, do it, come and know them deceiving, free me. Like a wish from a genie, run out the time, beg a do it speedily, Father. Oh Lord, guide me life when the times get hard, Father. Oh God, be my light and be my God.
Youth, you know what say? Me didn't know you're bad. But you couldn't tell me say you're
Free
illegally
me.
bad. That's so you're bad. Then the lyrics said bad, then them need to lock up. Yo, free me.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
I love
Much
it.
respect, man.
And the flow is wicked.
Yeah.
And really match it to
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So
Big up Rachel, man. He's a like a young engineer, too,
figure as much.
Yeah, man.
And them I put out the hot tune them now.
Yeah, man. Bad
young youth them.
engineer, man.
And big up,
Yeah. Hey,
big up to your teacher who actually helped to steer
baby
you
himself,
in a
yes.
different direction.
Yeah. Because, as me say, this type of feel, doing the conscious music, the reality music, it make much sense, especially in the type of society we live in today,
Well, to be honest, I can give you this bit of advice. You see, the raunchy music, and there is a market for it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
man.
guess what? It is a limited market.
Yeah.
You see, when you have the music clean, you play it anywhere, anytime,
Yeah, man.
any platform.
Yeah, man.
So you kind of make it more wide.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
And do you remember the teacher's name?
No,
You need him. We need to get the teacher some credit.
Yeah,
Teacher
man.
for-
Yeah,
Big up.
because she didn't know your story.
It's a lady, right?
man.
She didn't know your
Yeah, man.
story,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
Miss Teacher.
It wasn't my personal teacher still,
But
it
she
was just
teacher-
a high school teacher. Where,
So I must say
never
respect
really
her.
know her name, She just did it as a judge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about your management team and what would you say is your short-term musical goal?
All right, so I don't really have a management team right now. Well, I have a youth to work together, and
See.
big up Stripedan Records, same way, Stripedan is a youth who kind of responds to my career away, like as a bridging.
Well,
but-
that's your management team right
all
there.
right, yeah, that's all right.
All right, so
management team that,
'Cause that's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask you. So somebody here free me a while ago, and them like the tune, see?
yeah.
And them want book you,
All right, if I
and
go
them want
on-
work with you. How them do that?
Yeah, man. If I go on Instagram right now, you will see Stripedan Records in my bio. you know, as the person who you would reach out to, you know, for any business
Right.
inquiry or anything like that, you know.
Social media pages for you now.
Yeah, man. My social media pages are Dajah Militant,
Gotcha.
you know, and Instagram. You know, Instagram are the main page. You know, we have a TikTok too, and you know,
Same name?
Dajah Militant all
Right.
over. You know, YouTube, if you go YouTube, same way. Dajah Militant, same
So no
way.
X or Facebook.
Well, when we use Facebook, not X. No,
Yeah,
need
no,
the
no,
X.
no,
now.
no. X out. You. Sorry.
No, you know what I
Move
want to
out.
ask you though, Dajah.
Yeah.
Dajah, what advice would you give as a young artist yourself and also a young person? What advice would you give to, you know, upcoming entertainers who, you know, them upon the journey said speed, but they may not have like a teacher like that to influence them and tell them, say, yo, you know, different direction and thing. But you who have been there, done that, and you know, you know the gritty, hardcore stuff, and like you said, where you are now and what you're doing, it kind of feel like, yeah, and that you fear though. What advice you'd say to those persons who not really figure it out yet?
Well, my advice would be, you know, try if you really look at life, you know, where the country is, you know, the state where the country, you know, and, you know, really with the mind of the youths them there right now, you know, and try to really be, you know, a better person in a society, you know, and try to really educate the youth them, like, you know, in a more positive way. So you have to actually put out them type of positive music there.
Absolutely.
You know, if it really influence the nation in other way there, because we also are going, some of the influence young artists, you know, no matter what type of music you love, still, you know, the clean music, if you want, like, it reach a wider audience, you know, more people are listening, like, you know, the general, you know, the public, you know, really, like, you know, put out clean music. No matter what, go and just do clean, positive music, because one thing you can't go on a positive music, you know, clean music, you have to listen it. So that would
Those
be
are
my
good
advice,
words.
you know?
Those are good words.
Yeah, really great words.
Tell us
So,
about your
yeah.
calendar. Where you can perform. Where can your fans see you perform next?
Well, not on a show lineup right now, you see
Okay.
it. So that's where we're really trying to get the music right now.
Get
You
busy
know,
there, so.
get some stage shows, you know, get out there, you know. I mean, the streets know, with social media know, but you know, like the stage show them don't know yet, you know. So my
Collect the
calendar
food.
really- yeah,
Yeah, man,
you
the
know,
food have to run.
yeah, man. So
Yeah.
you know, me and you know my team, you know, and also with DJ Lollipop, you know, big up DJ Lollipop.
My management too.
Yeah, big up
Well,
yourself.
DJ
Pop.
Lollipop,
No,
you
no,
know,
me know it,
imminent,
Papa.
yeah, imminent. It's imminent. you know.
Come afraid of the brother there.
Afraid of-
You know, but he like he managed too much something.
No, but that's a good youth, man. You know?
I got you. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
man,
You know, we
I
call
got
him
you.
over
Yeah,
here
good
rich.
words.
Rich.
Yeah, we call
man,
him rich.
real rich, man.
Real rich,
Yeah,
brother.
man. So, you
Him
know,
overbook.
DJ Lollipop is a youth
Yeah.
over there in the streets. Some will reach out to him and say, yo, you know, more you make two link and you know,
Him look
some
out
of
for
them look a
people
show
too,
there. You know, and really him line up the interview. Yeah, man, him look
Yeah,
out
man,
for
make
you,
me know,
man.
man. A good youth,
So,
man.
you know,
Yes, yes,
big
he
up
did,
DJ
he did.
Lollipop, same way, you know.
Rich, you
Yeah,
rich.
man.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what you can do too, Dajah, like since you say, you know, you want to get out there for more performances and thing, maybe on your social media you can just, you know, record live performances
Yeah.
of yourself.
Yeah,
Content.
You know, and blast that out there so people say like, yo, you know, me like where am I going with?
Yeah,
and then you
that's
get
true.
a booking. So use the platform to the best of your ability.
Yeah, man, use it.
And yeah, use it.
Use it till you all
to
abuse
get
it.
where
It works.
till you
man.
get to where you want to go, you know. So yeah,
Yeah,
wish
man,
you all the
definitely.
best though.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man, Kishima.
Let me tell you something. Rich, we say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Rich.
Rich, man. Rich is right.
Rich
But
is
you say
right.
one pop.
One
Man,
pop.
big up DJ Lollipop, man, you know, and big up St. Thomas, you know.
Big
you
up
know, we're
yourself,
East
pop,
Side
before you
artists.
pop down. Yes.
You know, I say big up all of St. Thomas, them tune in,
Yeah,
you know, big
yeah.
up my local hometown, Lantap, you know,
Yes,
LNTP,
yes.
you know. And
Yeah,
big up
yeah.
all of my true fans, them, you know, me have some really, you know, true fans.
Supporters,
and then,
yes.
you know, supporters, where, you know,
Yeah.
been a support
No.
music all over here. So, you know, big up all of them, you know. And, you know, big up the
And
whole
we-
RFM team to see me, you know.
Enough love, brother.
We seem like we're getting some good talent from out of St. Thomas, you know, Dajah Militant, 17. You know,
17, bad, you know.
Yeah.
The natives,
Yeah,
them
man.
are work, man, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, man,
so
17,
that's
but,
good.
yeah.
That's
The natives,
good.
them are work.
Yeah, man, the natives, them are
Who's
work.
rich?
Rich.
Go on, do it, my dog, my boss.
All right, my boss.
Keep shining.
Yeah,
We only wish you the
Dajah
best.
Militant.
I will know, say, you're going to be a true reggae and dancehall ambassador.
Yeah, man, that's the aim, man, you know, now stop as
Yeah.
Kishima asks, you know, the short-term plan, you know, and,
Yeah.
The plan really, have to kick down the gates still, is me? I really are the
You
bridge,
kick
down the
you know.
gate.
Yeah, man, that's
You
how
know
it's
how to do
a
it,
free
man. You
me,
see
you
the way
know.
you're powerful,
Yeah.
you gotta just open it. You
All
never
right.
be kick
All
it
right,
up.
boom.
And you got damage the
Believe.
gate. Big up yourself, me Dan.
All right. Yeah,
And keep
man, no
shining,
respect.
see?
All right.
There's
Listen.
Dajah Militant,
All
our
right,
music
bless
artist
up.
this week. And I mean the brother, boy, he militant for true, you know. See, man,
Yeah,
militant
man.
for the tongue, I like
In
it,
the
I
Gideon, you
like
have to militants, you know. You
Yeah.
have to firm in a this,
You have to
you know,
firm in the
bones.
Gideon, you know. Are you in a problem with the case, you know, sir?
Think a joke, you have to be a strong one.
No, you have to be a strong one with a strong arrival. Mr. Dal, Mr. Kishima, I swear say a secret service there, you know. The amount of care, hey, Mrs. You have to talk to Michelle, you know.
Hey, Etana,
She
the
hear me,
strong
she hear me
one.
say,
No, she
Of
no,
course
your
you hear
mouth,
her.
she read. Look for me, girl,
we
Etana.
hear her.
Hey, Kishima, you know what I tell her? We tell her outside a
Please
while
tell
ago,
her.
so every time we go close to her, I catch diabetes. The way she's sweet. The blood sugar just go up like sky.
Etana.
What's up, girl?
Kemar, yes, so.
No, Kemar too high. Make him stay with him there.
No, man, come on.
You have to talk in the mic, Michelle. Well, you can talk in the mic.
So, yes.
So
Thanks
here,
for having me.
I hear that.
Welcome, Etana.
it's been a minute.
Thank
a
you,
long
my
time,
dear.
you know.
Thank you.
I think the last time I saw you,
been a
you were
minute.
overseas. You're so.
Last time she was on Zoom.
Not true. Yeah, I mean, me
Yeah, I
physically
think it was
this year
around
overseas.
Parmesan. That's what we spoke about the last time. A good look a while, you know.
No, man, a long time.
I
A
don't
long time.
It's been a while, but here we are.
So, apart
Yes,
from
yes,
looking,
lots of new
apart from
things.
looking glorious,
Thank you.
and as they say in the fashionable, fantastisch. You're looking so fantastisch. They are beautiful. They're French, you know, very beautiful. Walk your own way. You're looking beautiful, darling. You wear the ensemble so perfect. Eh?
You know, I like your little French accent, though.
Bonsoir, mon ami. Comment allez-vous?
It's
Nobody
like,
asked me
look
nothing.
here.
I just say, Papa.
Look here. Ignore me now, can we make you laugh out the whole of your time, you know?
We say, hello. No, we're not. No, fear time precious. So, Etana, let
Yeah.
us get serious because, boy,
Yes,
wanna blind
yes.
me because we don't have jewelry upon the
And I'm
phone.
not seeing flavor yet, though.
No, man,
I'm
can
not
stay with
seeing
them, man.
flavor
Can
yet.
stay with them, man. Him,
Yeah, I'm not
McGregor?
seeing flavor yet.
him too Gucci and Louis Vuitton out.
but-
Right here.
But, you know, Etana, the
But in
song.
the meantime,
Yeah, talk to
yes,
us about that new beautiful.
I really wanted to talk about, Nectar of the Gods, like just talk about that project before we get to your
Oh,
new
yeah,
song,
the
because I know,
philanthropic
that
August
project
Stone.
came out in time, to be nominated for a Grammy, but I mean,
Right.
to make the list.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, how do you feel like not scoring a Grammy nomination for that project? I mean, it's a really good project.
I mean, I don't doubt that my peers in music thought that it was a good project.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain requirement that's needed for a certain percentage of reggae music on the album,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I knew when I created that album that the percentage was below
Okay.
the bar,
Right.
Oh,
right? I
to
knew
be classified reggae.
to be classified as a reggae album.
Right, reggae album.
But I mean, a lot of people will say, well, but some other people not have a reggae album and them still, you
Right.
know, like the music is more dancehall more than reggae, and them
Right.
still get nominated. So
You learn every day.
I know that there is a bar, and I know that I didn't meet that bar. So that could be one of the factors as well, you know.
Okay.
And then to me, it's just what they think and what people feel, when they're voting, So I'll just keep creating music because for the most part, my fans, my people, love.
They adore.
They love the album.
They adore the album.
They were singing the song, especially Train. They were singing the songs on the album even when I went to the launch in the UK and them something. So
Right.
yeah, those are the things that I cherish.
That's more important.
Yeah, I cherish that the most because if your fans don't like it, then you have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
A big
And
problem.
then a lot of
Yeah.
people have won that Grammy Award, but they have no presence otherwise.
Right. Or people don't know the music on the
Exactly.
album.
Right.
And
Yeah.
really, again, you see, the Grammy is not about what's popular. Hey, that's just oh come him have the hot song there.
And him not get nominated
yeah,
or no win.
Yeah, but it's not about
There's
popularity.
politics in it too, as you know.
It have politics, but more than anything, there are rules.
Right.
And it's not just a one line or a two line or a three line. You have to read and follow the rules.
Yeah, because a similar thing happened to Steve Marley. I remember
Yeah.
his project Old Soul, and they didn't think it was a reggae album.
Yeah.
So even though it was a great album to like a lot of industry players,
Yeah.
as it relates to the Grammy rules and regulations, it didn't really pass the mark in terms of what they are looking for. So I totally
Exactly.
understand where you're coming
It has
from.
to do with even the quality of the production, who was involved in the production, the everything.
What do you think about the rules,
Suppose you
though?
compile an album, right? Because any artist can go in our studio and just compile an album with a whole heap of songs.
Right.
But if you're missing the quality, if you're missing that percentage of reggae that you need to have on there, and even the mix is
Substandard. I can agree with certain things. But do you
You're-
think, do you
yeah.
think some of those rules are kind of them OD?
Yeah. So when
OD a little bit.
so these are like real professional musicians and producers that have been in the industry for a long time. These people know quality when they hear it, So so if they feel like there's something, if even one song that is off, them, I say, come on now, you know better than this. Don't try with ears. And they will
Okay.
not vote for you just because of that.
You learn
And,
every
and
day.
it's great. It's great to have this conversation
Learn
with
every
you
day.
because you would have already scored a Grammy nomination. So like in that space,
Right.
you're not a novice in that space. So it's good to hear like this other side to it and all these details, as opposed to just rubbishing or bashing the body, because we know that. It is like, everybody in music really wants to say, yes, I have a Grammy under my belt. It is what it is,
Yeah.
So.
And we
Yeah.
are the people
So
from outside looking in. She's from the inside because she's getting all the things, all the stipulations and all the rules and the things that they have to reach before they
Well,
are.
let me make this clear. As a board member, I do not speak for the Grammys.
Got you.
I don't speak for them. But I know based on my experience and my knowledge gained what the expectations are and what the
And
rules are.
pretty high.
But I don't speak
Yeah.
on behalf of them.
But we're glad you clarified that.
Yeah.
But let's just talk now about the kiss of Judas, can we?
Don't call me Judas, do you know? Oh. Call you
But
come on,
now,
they
why
got
such
kiss
a-
you later, but do not call me Judas. Oh.
No, I mean,
Watch Flava over
you
the
don't have to
bed, so.
betray. You betray me yet? No.
I would never betray you. You
Yeah.
crazy? No, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That
this
is
song is
suicidal.
as a reason. Is it like a personal experience for you, Etana? Kiss of Judas.
Yes, man. Like you have some close people around you,
Yeah.
even in the business of music,
Oh, yeah.
and you will work with them, give care and share, and then them turn around and try to take from you,
Know them the people there.
Yeah, in such a way where it make you wonder, like, so this means this could have happened a long time over and over again because it's been many years, and it make you look on things a lot differently.
True.
It's not my first betrayal, but it cut deep because of the relationship,
Yeah.
And then when you put out your all, that's why I really want Kemar to come over here. So when you put out your all, you know why not in.
So
When
why
you put out
Kemar
your
now
all-
go over there?
Listen, when you put out your all, you see,
Yeah.
in that kind of a relationship with someone,
Yeah.
not, and it's not nothing sexual or
No,
nothing.
no.
But as it come like family.
That one hurt the most.
Yes, man, because of them
Yeah,
they're the closest.
Yeah, they're the closest to you
I
emotionally.
remember saying in the story, right? Whether it's true or not, it's a biblical story. When them say Judas gave Jesus a kiss on him forehead.
Before him betray him.
Before him betray him, to basically point him out. Him use
Right.
the kiss to say, you see that when I walk up to him and kiss him, you know, say him that,
Right,
right?
right.
For 30 pieces of silver.
Not even has sensible betrayal that. Cheap. Cheap betrayal that. Wicked one, man.
Yeah, you know.
30 piece. No? Well, guess what? Etana, here's one of the things I'd love for you to do. You kind of give us a backstory on the song. I want you to introduce it, and we'll just play it. But you give me a nice backstory, but if you want to give me one of them big sound intro or something.
Well, you don't know it's called Kiss of Judas.
Right.
Produced by the Kemar McGregor. Billboard King. The Kemar McGregor. There's only one.
No.
Baddest.
Him name Kemar too.
McGregor.
Oh, McGregor.
McGregor. There's only one.
Drop the tune.
Our Father art in heaven, how great thy name. Protect me from those who want to bring me pain. Me no trust friend, me no love likes. Everybody send me weird and paranoid. Yeah, I've seen friends who take them best friends' life. That's why me stay prayed up, 'cause I got my mind made up. Yeah, in this life can't cure bad mind. You just can't trust mankind. Them want to see me fall, like the water off of Niagara Falls. Them no like to see me standing tall. Them want to see me greatness star. Them comfortable seeing me low. Iniquity them a trouble low. Say them are my friend but them a straight foe. Smiling at my face but me don't know. That's why me no trust friend, me no love likes. Everybody say me weird and paranoid. Yeah, I've seen friends who take them best friends' life. That's why me stay prayed up, 'cause I got my mind made up. Yeah, in this life can't cure bad mind. You just can't trust mankind. Watch your friend them when you keep. Remember pray before you sleep. 'Cause them a demon, them a look soul for thief. Can't sacrifice me for no you go baby. You have some friends and family. Them are your secret enemy. Full of bad mind and jealousy. Feed them play for full and yours empty. Me no trust friend, me no love likes. Everybody say me weird and paranoid. Yeah, but I've seen friends who take them best friends' life. That's why miss.
Woo! Yes, sir. What we call this, Kashima? Another one. Another big hit.
Yes. But you know what I want to ask you though, Etana? We realize that, you've been doing like
like a meditation
No.
before
energies
work.
connect.
We just connect.
How so? But tell me the
Because
connection.
creating around Kemar McGregor is easy.
Yeah.
You just go in at the studio and if you buck, on a line or something, him say, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
And him give you 2 words, you just connect it back and just keep moving.
Okay.
Like, yeah, man, like he's,
And that's hard to find.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's
Yeah,
hard to
synergy.
find.
So I think
Synergy.
it's a natural synergy, like you said. It's just natural.
But that's absolutely awesome. though.
You tell us what's that like for you though, Kemar, because we know of you being in the industry like way before, and then we see where it's almost like you return to the space and you put in a stamp of approval, almost just introducing yourself like, look, I'm a Billboard producer, I've been here before. Describe for us what that is like for you, like just doing it all over again almost, because you've been absent from the space for a while.
Where am I going to start, Bones?
I don't mean you shouldn't ask me the question,
Well, okay.
I guess.
Well,
Just start the truth, and
no, all right, this is the truth, right? So in reggae, in the reggae industry, they don't give producer like credit, you know.
Yeah.
And like for me, I was like in the music business, like in America, the producer or the record label are the ones that,
they get all the glory.
Get the glory, and the artist too.
For real.
So in Jamaica, they don't give producer credit. And I was like, yo, I make all these hit records and they don't want to give producer credit. I said, yo, I'm not going to be a Dave Kelly or a Sly and Robbie, etc. I'm not doing that.
Right.
So I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And the people say, what? Yeah, so it means that a producer need to start putting themselves out there. And just me up.
It does work. It does work for them to put yourself out there.
You have to put yourself out there. Sure.
Because a lot of them are known from being in the other side, the opposite of the front.
True.
Right. Because we can't say you don't know.
Yeah.
So they don't really put themselves out there. So the visuals are not there about the artist, the producer. So they need to put themselves out there.
If you Google a producer, you don't even see a picture of them. Yeah. Like for me, like say Steely, you see some picture of Steely, but like Dave Kelly is one of my
there's no picture of Dave.
There's no
but Dave don't like picture. Him not like publicity.
I think that's deliberate.
That's
evil
very
for Dave,
deliberate. I must tell you.
Yeah,
so even like Dave Kelly, right? Like I'm the producer who come out and say, "Yo, Dave Kelly is the greatest," and not just saying it, but actually recreate a beat for Dave Kelly. So the younger generation was like, "Yo, who is this producer Kemar talking about? Dave Kelly." This is when I did the remake of the Bug.
Yeah, of course.
So
the Insect.
The Insect. So that's the thing about like even us as producer, we also have to give producer before our time credit. You understand me? Because a lot of them, social media was not exist then.
No, it didn't exist then. But I must tell you this though, Kemar. Dave Kelly's what you call absence from the limelight is extremely deliberate. He doesn't like it, and it also creates kind of a mystery about the man.
That's true.
Because every time somebody say, when you hear the body of work that Dave Kelly has presented, and you say, yo, Dave Kelly are the baddest, nobody know him. Nobody don't see him. Nobody know what him look like. But we know him brother. Tony.
Big up Tony. Big up Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
And not just Tony, but you know his work. And I think Dave Kelly's work, it transcends like so many different eras.
Absolutely. But him does not like
tap into different generations as well.
Yeah,
but Kemar, talk to us and Etana too, because you also have a collaboration with Beanie Man. What was that like collaborating with Beanie, Etana, Flava? And even the song that came out, and at the time it came out, like people are saying, wow, go on this song, where that show? How it go?
So all right. So that is Guide Over Us.
Right. We're gonna play it too.
Yeah. So that song come about, right? I think Etana was on tour.
Yeah.
And
again,
she was on the tour at the time, so I called her like what? Yeah. Like 3 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. 3 o'clock in the morning. And I said, Etana, you know what? Yo, guess what?
Oh.
I get a vision and God said forget these words. Guide over us when the mountain is high and over. Seriously.
Right.
Seriously. And I called and I give it to her and she said, yo, when she come from tour?
Like that.
Like that. So
let's drop that tune. You produce it?
Yeah?
Drop it. People don't say Flava they play sound to you, so introduce it and drop it, youth.
Here comes the thing, come on.
Right. People don't say Flava play tune back in the day. By the way, big up Clive.
Big up Clive, Sterilarge.
Big up Sterilarge from start.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a long time, Kish, I tell you.
No, a lecture for some pieces.
Yes.
In excess, Spray One.
There you go.
Wow.
Drop the tune.
Know so far back.
We need a history after this.
Lord, who got blessed, no man curse. Etana Beanie Man, we firm upon the earth. Yeah, Zaga, dang digga digga dang dang digga digga dang dang digga digga dang dang. I'm Beanie Man and Etana with our next one. Oh Lord, everybody sing along. I said,
Guide over us when the mountains are high and the valleys are low. I pray. I pray. Guide over us. Send your angels round about me. Guide over us. Oh yeah. Try to take my life. I'm still alive. get back. And every curse, them curse falling at them laps. So God protected, and I meet up the I can't start. Move on up.
Remember.
Alright.
Yeah. Etana, every chop them set man pass through. Come on, from Portmore go straight back to Seaview. And every blindfold them set I see through. So me no matter who is you. Cause bad man surround man like a curfew. Cause you not like me cause me greater than you. Still a ram stadium and dance in a venue. Master got that one thing me have to beg you. So
Guide over us when the mountains are high and the valleys are low. I pray, I pray. Guide over us. Send your angels round about me. Guide over us. Oh yeah.
But I tell you.
Is it you?
I like me, I tell. Anyway. Sorry, Kishia, it's kind of an inside joke. You see the video there with Etana with the private jet. We say, how if I played on a barrel?
How dare you use the B word, right?
The B word.
With a O after the B.
Yeah.
What, B-O?
We no borrow.
We no borrow.
Oh, you pay a fee?
We pays
But
for
it never take off.
We pays
The
for
plane
it.
never went into the sky,
It
Kishia.
did.
We pays for it.
You pay for it?
I pays for it.
To sit down in there?
That video was like
Yes,
that video was like
pays.
over $70K US dollars.
Pays for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
really? 70K?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
plane never take off?
Did.
It did?
The most of the cars in that video too was actually shipped from Canada too.
Oh, but I know those are your cars. I
Yeah?
get that.
Yeah.
We get that.
It was paid for. We
It's paid for.
doesn't
But not
borrow.
lie, the video nice though.
We are not borrow.
You're sure?
So with this, so with this Etana
Yes.
Flava collaboration,
Yeah.
you know, what else can we look out for? Because I get the feeling that a whole heap of things in our work, you know.
Yeah, man. They're working hard. I won't lie to you. Talk to them. Tell them what you're working on. Album, more
Etana
stuff.
don't look on Flava, tell me.
All right, just one. I'm just going to talk about one, right?
Okay.
So, we're doing the remake of classic "Anything for You." I will do anything just for you.
What?
So we're doing the remake. So that's going to be featured.
Okay.
It's going to be the
Etana.
Queen. No. Queen Etana.
Queen Etana.
Yeah. It's going to be Steph Don.
What ya?
It's going to be Snoop Dogg.
For
It's gonna
shizzle
be-
dizzle.
Yeah. Going to be Beanie Man. It's going to be Kraft.
On one track?
One track. It's like 10 artists. It was
Oh, yes.
Vanessa Bling.
Okay.
Chanel Moore.
Yes.
There's so much. Elephant Man.
Sizzle.
Big up Ellie.
Don't know.
Yeah. So
Big up yourself. You don't know.
yeah.
Sizzle.
So we're doing that.
Yes.
And
Till
just
the ear.
and
Wait
just
till
one
the
more.
ear. Malign them.
And just
One.
one other one, and that's it.
So it's
Kiss
the song
of-
put together already?
Yeah. Yes. It's going to drop soon.
Can
And
you-
one
let me hear
more.
your line. I wanna
One
hear.
more. One more.
When
And
you
that's
say
it.
soon, like before summer finish?
No, in the summer, and there's one other one, right?
Yeah.
We're doing the Kiss of Judas remix with Rick Ross. We're gonna drop that.
Oh, boss.
Every day, yo.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Some big things.
Yeah.
Big things. Me want to hear your line of the song.
Oh,
Let me hear it, baby.
make me say, I eat your wire.
Then sing it, baby.
Sing it.
No,
man,
me not
sing
sing
it.
it.
No.
No, you just
Sing
say
it.
if you hear the line,
Sing
sing
it,
it. You
sing
not
it.
A
sing it.
little piece,
Just
a
a
little
little piece.
tubes,
Give me a
and
little
buzzing at
synopsis.
Etana.
I did.
I did something when make you make it have to come back. 10 out of 10 anytime me drop that.
Who are you and where have you done with Etana? I don't know this person.
Me realize.
But what they get raunchy, you know?
No, not raunchy.
What?
Not where.
Naughty?
So, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So what you trying to say? Rasta
No, but I just know.
art.
Yeah.
Like we so we
So,
just
yeah, true.
we not have picnic to one. We not married and them
but
something.
I say, rain, me one day.
Yes, sir. I want to come from Jamaica. Not even.
Ja.
No, not Ja.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yes.
So sing it again in here.
No.
No, but
You're too
Etana,
bad.
you know,
Go
I
ahead.
want to ask you though, Etana, do you find yourself like, you know, since of late you love the little DJ thing?
Terrorist return, we love it.
No, but
me
Kemar.
see it.
Chat them a chat, yip them a yap. In my face, them can't chat that. Don't you smile in my face. Mockingbird, you got to know your place. Not true, yes, I smile myself. I know every laugh I laugh.
You hear that?
No, sir.
You know when we record that?
I don't know when.
2006
When?
or 2000.
So long ago?
Chat them a chat. Hit them a yap. You know my face them can't chat that. Where you think that come from? No me say man.
Even free. You was in the jungle. You was in the jungle.
Used to the Rima, Oxtown. Used to the Frank Castle, via Grand Riverton back to Anmata. How that?
You.
Okay.
No, sir.
Yes, man. So, yeah.
You know, Kishima, you're getting a history lesson. Boy, this history lesson is a blessing.
I don't mind. I love to learn. But as you mentioned Augustone just now, I understand that, there is a charity event coming up for Augustone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about that and what inspired this initiative.
Kemar, say, Kemar McGregor said, we're both from Augustone.
Yeah.
Me come from Augustone, you come from Augustone. And we never went back to the town to interact or give back in a major way.
Right.
We do little things here and there, but not in a major way.
Okay.
And him say, let's do it. I say, what do you mean, do it? Do it right now? 2 weeks to go now. And him say, yeah, do it right now.
Right. And just do it.
And him just do
like
it.
that.
So what's the plan now? Tell us this whole project for August.
It's huge. Like, Kemar has decided to donate special equipment to the schools, equipments and different materials, that they need, like water tanks, fan, TV, AC unit.
Guarantee VMP.
As a matter of fact, he invited all the MPs.
No, they look bad though. Don't show up too much of them.
No, they're very, no. You know what? You know what surprised me the most? They're very involved.
Yeah.
They're
Good.
very supportive.
Good.
They I think they
They're happy about
outdid
it.
our expectations, but not
That
like
is good.
them go
That
above
is
and
good.
beyond, and it was, eye opening. Like, yo, these people really,
They love it.
them show up. Yeah.
I love that. 'Cause all of them.
And what we did to we make sure that, like, for them to know that it's one Augustone. So when we said one Augustone, that
Come
means
together.
We're
no
really meaning.
politics. I mean no politics.
And politics
Right.
spoil everything.
Yeah, that's why it's one
Yeah, so
Augustone.
just-
Them really not operate like politicians.
We don't want
not
that.
top on the
No.
side.
Yeah, we just want
As a matter of
the
fact,
people are the winners.
one of them came out specifically and said he does not serve a side.
Which is
He
good.
serves the community.
Which is where he should
Right.
serve.
So
Or
and
she.
yeah, and the female, I don't call the names because I know why,
No,
stir
loud them
them.
out, yes.
So I'm just saying, and the
Yes,
female
yes.
too calls Kemar McGregor even when she's not in the country. Same way,
Yeah, so big up Miss Williams, because
Oh,
Nah,
you're
you're
calling
calling
him.
me a no, man.
I
Please,
told him not
please.
to
No,
call
I
him.
I was just something I call it the other man. Call
no,
it.
I have to big up her name because I
Let me
mean
have big up everybody then. Who else?
Yeah,
is there?
I'm Darrington, so
So Miss Williams.
and Miss
And what's the other MP?
is this Ferguson?
Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson. Yeah.
All right, so big them
Ferguson.
up. Big them up.
I mean, there are more, but we just leave it at those two for now.
All right, well,
First
get them big
yeah.
up. Boy, I'm not easy,
Okay.
you know, man.
Yeah.
Kemar, so we not call him
Yeah.
name. Miss
No,
Williams.
I definitely like the collaboration
It's
that I'm
great.
seeing with
Yeah.
Etana and Flava, and just seeing both of you in studio and just even how you're communicating and how you look
Right.
at each other. I realize that this goes way beyond like
Yeah.
just a musical partnership. It's a friendship.
Yeah.
It's tackling the business together.
Yeah.
I definitely get that, and I didn't
agree.
even know that Flava was really from Augustone.
I never know
so
that a
that's
Montego
great
Bay,
that
me know
both
him
of you are
from
Augustone.
Now, Montego
no,
Bay
listen.
come from.
Yeah,
Montego Bay.
No,
yeah.
hold on, Bones.
Yeah.
I'm from Augustone.
I know,
right?
I feel
But the worst part of Augustone, a place called Angola, which is
Angola you come from?
Yeah, man, Angola, man. Big up Angola. Yeah, that's
All
where I'm
right.
from.
Oh, well, look
Yeah.
here now.
Oh wow.
Angola is not all bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Bridging.
It's rough.
Virgin.
Yeah.
If you know the
It is rough.
history, if
Virgin.
you know the history
Yeah.
of McGregor,
Yeah.
then you would
So
understand.
Angola
You went
is
from Montego Bay history.
No,
so,
me I thought
so
them history
Angola,
there.
Angola is just what we see when growing up in Angola.
Right.
All I see is just a mall pit, right?
Wow.
That's just right. So it's like growing up, you want to drive a truck.
Yeah, because all this was a quarry.
It's a quarry.
Wow. So do you have a couple truck well?
No, me don't want that.
Oh, thank you.
Me neither that.
You're not Cadillac out the door.
Additionally, there will be
Yeah.
a kids street. I forgot that part.
No, that's a
from
good
10 a.m. to 2 o'clock, where the kids will be, having fun on bounce houses, water slide. They will have popcorn, ice cream, all the fun stuff.
Where is it going to be held?
When exactly is this?
On Saturday. Friday, they have the Friday is the actual giveaway, and the football, the giveaway to the schools, and the football tournament, right?
Yeah.
And the finals is on Saturday.
But
So-
where is this all going to be held?
In African Gardens, like right in a little square or so.
Right, okay.
You can't miss it if you come all the way down past the bus terminus and it's
Original name Vietnam. So.
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Right.
Right.
So you have
Yeah.
Vietnam
Okay,
in
okay.
Augusttown. And then you have Russia in
And
the
then you
West.
have Gola.
Angola.
Yeah.
And you have Russia in the West.
You know what? They might try to change the name. Them, you
Not
know,
true.
that's why they call it African Gardens. Because they're trying to change it, but you know, it is what it is. Like
is
that
what
we
it
know
is.
it for, right?
Right.
We know it to be Vietnam and Gola and 12 and all of these things. But yeah, it's a fun-filled day, right? And giveaways to the community to help support and uplift the community.
Yeah.
Individuals in the
Yeah.
community, small businesses in the community.
This is great.
The schools. And the first place winner of the football tournament receives 100,000.
That's good.
The team.
US.
No. Jamaican.
What kind of price that, man?
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I only, no,
Can't buy Banana
Sorry.
Flavor shoes.
listen, but when
And,
somebody,
and
right?
Etana, the whole event free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, free. Really
It's free.
Right.
give it
Yeah.
Free,
to
free
Yeah.
food, free liquor.
everything.
Everything.
And that's great for the community because there's sometimes people
Yes,
need to come
yes.
together and really just have a nice
And break
camaraderie
bread.
with everybody. And we have a surprise, my brethren, Mikey, see him over there today. Hey, so Kishima, we have a brethren named Mikey, you know him long
Yes.
time, you know. Always a talk about Augusttown. We get a strange call from him this morning. Yo, youth, what's going on? So they say, what, Mikey? Why, I mean, he let me feel like me if you come to Jamaica and take a little break. In there, surprise him. We got to see him outside a while ago. Mikey,
Oh,
it's good
wow.
to see you, brother. What was it, Rich? Rich. All right. So Mikey's
All right.
here.
All
And Mikey's from Augusttown, too. So
He's from Angola.
Interesting.
he's from Angola.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
There is so much packed into this Friday and Saturday. You know, and I'm looking forward to all of it.
Yeah, and
And-
we're going to start like 7 a.m. Friday morning, go to the school and out tablet to the kids and stuff, like several
That's
schools
awesome.
across Augusttown and also Papine Eye, Mona Eye. So it's in Augusttown and outside of
I know this was an impromptu initiative.
Yeah.
But you're thinking of probably just doing a proper registered non-profit and do this all the time.
But yes.
Yes.
I think that's something you
Yeah,
should
'cause,
work on. Yeah.
Our
We
goal,
already
our
started.
goal, yeah, our goal is actually to build a computer lab in Augusttown.
That's
And,
needed.
yeah,
Okay,
and
Yeah.
I like
we're-
this.
We want to maybe donate roughly like 100 computers and stuff
Right.
because everything is now online.
Everything is online.
Yeah, so-
Would you name that wing, that computers, that building, or
Name it what?
name it after yourself or Etana?
I mean,
You put it up, so
we will think of someone
Yeah,
in the
we'll think of
community.
something.
or maybe can think of somebody in the
it could be
community.
it could be Bedwood computer lab.
Right.
Lab, yeah.
All right, what we're gonna do first? Build it first.
Yeah.
Because we can't do nothing to
Yeah,
the girl.
no, but I really love these.
I love
ideas
these kind of
and-
things.
And it seemed like, once the ideas pop up, it's like, okay, let's do it. And, just with both of you knowing the industry, you're just doing it. Kudos to both of you, man. Like, I really love it. Now, musically, back to the music a little
Yes,
bit. What direction? I know Flava gave us a little hint, big things are going, international collaborations and that type of thing.
Yeah.
But musically, Etana, what you working on? I know you're always touring extensively. This minute today, Yasa, Dessa, all over the place. What's next? Where can we see you live next?
Live. I'm going to be in the UK on Regaland. I'm going to be in Germany. I have 3 shows in Germany. I'll just say for June,
You book
July.
out. Let's say to go.
I did the Caribbean run already,
Yeah.
and for June, July, and the Caribbean run is not complete
What?
yet. Yeah, and so in June, July, I will be in Europe, in Germany, and in a few other places. Well, I can't remember because some of them I can't even pronounce them.
Me know.
Trust me.
Lexington.
So I
Lexington.
just
Yeah.
Croatia.
How about you, Flava? I know. What are your plans? What are your ideas? Because every minute we see us swimming in your pool, and I take time out to do video.
Yeah, man.
talk
I remember
about
saying
different
rich.
issues
Remember,
on social media.
the rich
So-
long time.
So what would you say is your
Catch
short-term
yourself.
musical plan? Because we see, we say you're fully active on the
Fully rich
media.
too. You are seeing.
No, I just said to you, like, producer don't get credit.
So you give yourself your credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most artists, not my good friend, not my sister, but most of the artists, they don't like to see producer very successful, right? Like an artist want to drive a Benz and a producer to drive a donkey cart, and I was
No.
like, that's
So
not-
you drive your Benz and
more, yeah.
or few of them.
Yes, I mean,
Which is right.
which is right,
Yes,
right?
choices.
But
Option. Sometimes you mix up the day, them, You drive the Tuesday Benz for the Monday.
yeah,
Reach him sometime.
But one other thing, right? Like for me,
Yeah.
the industry need a balance. And when I listen radio, now because I listen to radio from overseas, and I noticed that a lot of the culture artists, them are like, I'm like, where are they? I was like,
And they get a lot of play here.
yeah, but they're not making it in the music, and
Oh, gotcha.
they will complain that the dancehall artists them are getting the airplay, but the reggae artists them, I don't know where's the fire. So one of my things is like, okay,
Well, Fantan Moja was saying that in his Road to Success interview, and then Conscience, I know, picked up the conversation online, and his twist to it was, where the reggae producers them there, why aren't more reggae music being produced? As a producer, take on that aspect of it, because I hear you call out the artists as well for say, them now make no music, but then you would have produced like solid reggae songs in the
Yes.
past. So where the reggae producer there? Where
Listen,
you there,
Wanya?
Flava?
listen, I'm gonna be honest and straightforward. Like for me, like most 99% of reggae artists lazy. They want them with a reggae
Whoa.
rock roots. I'm very lazy. It's not like Etana. I'm gonna say Etana studio. She ready. This is why she's like from the day she breaks, she's consistent.
She's consistent out there.
Yeah. So like for me, I call out like a few artists. They were like, yo,
They link you forward.
no, yo, the sun too hot. Just enough to do it today.
What?
No, me hear them say some of that.
No, yeah, man.
Not
for
the
real, man.
sun too hot, Flava.
And I-
trust me.
and I hear see them
telling
going
you,
now.
I'm telling you, yo, I'm not in the mood today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yo, when the wind talked to me, I was like,
The wind.
yeah, man. So even me as a reggae producer, that kind of like let me start to produce dancehall music, because most of the reggae artists they're lazy. They don't
That's
want
true.
to. They don't want to make music.
Wow.
Oh, hold on. What you say? Oh, the wind just spoke to me.
Yeah, man. So the thing about it, right? Like,
Oh, it's true.
Like the dancehall artists,
Yeah.
they will go out and record for any producer.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand me? But
Not a standard or...
yeah, them just do it. Like the regular
Hungry,
artists, they were like, a producer linked them want 20 grand US, them want 10 grand. You know, and I was like, I said to them, say, yo, Virgin,
Yeah.
the hit songs them come from vibe. You understand me? So like for me, I link up a couple of them and say, yo, let's go back in the studio, make some record.
But I have rejected tracks too from producers.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not you.
sometimes producers send you a track, and the track just it sounds
Flat.
incomplete.
That's true.
I've
Not
got a lot of
flat.
that.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
Totally incomplete.
Wow.
Trash.
I agree, because
You know, I mean, I have to tell a producer to listen. When you finish making the record, when you finish making the track,
Send it back.
send it back.
Yep.
Yeah, and one other thing too, like most of the beats that these producers are producing, it is actually R&B, and it's kind of rough for you to give a reggae roots artist an R&B song and expect for
They
him
don't
to
flow on those rhythms.
No, it just don't work. So
Yeah.
so there's lack of good production, and lack of good production
Sometimes.
give us like
So what do you think? What do you think is the solution though, Flava? Because it almost sounding like, is it that we need new reggae artists to come on the scene, but in order for them to even get a break, somebody will have to produce them, like with a reggae beat the same way. Are you open to working with new talents?
I'm always open to work with new talent, but as I said to you, we need to get back to rhythm album, juggling album. Because 90% of its songs in reggae come from juggling album, where 15, 20 artists on a beat, and guess what? That's where its songs come from. And now you find that you hear 20 songs, it's 20 different beats. So even for DJ to juggle kind of like
skill.
you have a skill. You have a skill
Mix
to do
the
that.
rhythm.
You understand? And our culture is rhythm. Is 10, 15 artists on a rhythm. Can you imagine if Vibes Cartel and Beanie Man on a rhythm right now, and Bounty Killer and Buju, we're gonna get some hits on.
Yep.
If you have Etana, Queen Africa, Barry Salmon,
Romy and Virgo.
Romy and Virgo, them
Yeah,
on a beat, we
Chris.
think of that. We're gonna have hits on.
Yeah.
But you see, there's another side to that in Kemar. I remember saying, "Oh, you may not want to be aligned with a certain company, right? And then as soon as you record the song for them go and them sell it to the company.
True.
Or the company you don't want to be aligned with. Yeah, so an artist too, I gonna say, yo, you know, something I want to know already. But the better thing or the better approach is to do the thing the right way, do business, do an agreement.
Right.
And say that, you know, that you cannot distribute through this company or their affiliates. And if you do, then, you know, the song will be taken down because you don't own the rights.
And the thing about it, and most of the artists in reggae don't control their creative rights.
Right.
That's true.
You understand me? So if I record, say, an artist who signed to another label, going to say, yo, worst of me, the label in a court, they're going to say, yo, Flava, you can't put out the song.
Exactly.
Because they don't control their creative rights. So that's one of the things. So even a rhythm album, it's going to be very hard for us to do it because most of these artists, they don't control the creative rights.
We need
so
to
at
have
two sides, a better conversation needs
Wow.
to be had.
a longer conversation too.
Yeah.
Because we're out of
Longer
time.
indeed,
That's the
yeah.
rough part of this thing is that we're out of time. We need a longer
Yeah, because
conversation.
Muta already standing by.
Muta will say, yo, Rasta, take 1 minute out of my program and a problem inside there. Yes, Rasta. Yes, Rasta. So, guess what? We're pretty much out of time. I want to say thanks to everyone who came.
Thanks for having me as usual.
Thanks to Dajah Militant,
thanks,
our music
Etana
artist.
and
I want to say
Flava.
thanks to Etana, the strong one, the
Thank
queen.
you. Thank you for
I want to
having
say
me.
thanks to Kemar, Flava, McGregor, Rich, and of course,
And thanks to everyone at IRFM because if it wasn't for IRFM, there wouldn't be a Billboard King producer. And I always say that.
Yeah,
This
that's true.
station.
That's true. You
This
do give us
station.
give us credit.
No,
From the
IRFM.
beginning.
From the
straight
beginning.
up.
So
Etana too. Big up Ran Mushet. Trust me.
Yeah.
I am
Big up, Ron.
Yeah,
Rich.
Yeah.
And of course, we want to say thanks.
Sunshine,
Etana
sunshine.
was our
Because she
music
bones.
artist
Sometime.
on the EBUZZ, you know.
Eh? Yes.
You
a
know,
lot.
Etana was a music artist on the EBUZZ, like when we started.
Yes, she was a new artist here.
Amazing.
Yes.
New artist,
Yeah.
Etana. New artist, Coffee. New artist, Protege. New artist, who else was there? Leela Ike.
A lot.
It was
Yeah.
quite a few of them.
A
That
lot,
yeah.
Shensia, new artist too. All right, so I want to say a special thanks to everyone who made the buzz possible. Thanks to our producers, Rashona Fitzhenley, Shamar Preston, and Vivian Stewart. Our technical operator, DJ Lollipop. In-studio engineer, DJ Kemar. Telephone operator, Antoinette Brown. And of course, our social media specialist, Peter Broadbar. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis, Mutabur